When your character's looking this flat, it's probably time to just start, you know, throwing... Actually, this looks better. Hi, I'm Megan. I'm an aspiring TV writer, and on my YouTube channel, I share what I've learned about becoming a better writer and how to do it so you can do it faster than I did. Today, I want to tell you some quick ways that you can figure out if your characters are coming across flat and why. Now make sure to stick to the end because this last tip truly changes things. If you've got characters that you're just not sure, they don't feel like they're really popping off the page and they don't feel like they're serving in your story, let's think about some ways you can figure out if they're just flat. First things first, is your character a list of traits? Sometimes we just kind of give traits to a character and we're like, okay, great, there they are. But a lot of times when you just list out traits for a character, you don't really think about them as a whole person. They just feel like a list of traits. You need to give them a full life and a full understanding of who they are. I know sometimes it's hard when we're creating people, but they need to be like real people. They need to have quirks and little things and a whole history behind them. Now that being said, characters are still part of a story, so they need to add something to the story. And yeah, in real life, you have people that are just there. Life isn't always just like a story. But in your script, you need your characters to feel important. Every little piece needs to make sense. And if what a character brings to the story could be easily replaced in another way, there's a good chance that character's just gonna feel like they're there for convenience and not because they really belong in the story. And that's when you gotta go to this. Sometimes you even have a round character. They're filled and they are this whole person, but they just don't work in the story. I was once writing a book, and this was, before I realized I wanted to be writing scripts and TV, and I had this character that I really liked. I named her after a cousin. It was so great, and eventually I was going through the drafts and I realized not only did she not add enough to the story, but the character actually pulled away from what I was trying to do with the story, especially at that point. So I had to take the character out completely. I know this is what they're talking about when they say kill your babies. It's hard, but you have to be really honest with yourself if you want to write a good story, if a character really needs to be there or not. And last but not least, is your character being used as a plot device? I've seen this a lot you'll see it with stereotypes, right? Where somebody will use stereotypes of a certain set of people and it just feels like a plot device or a way to add a layer to the story, but it only ends up making it feel written. So make sure you're looking really, really closely and that your characters aren't being used for plot. I know all of this sounds really just weird because at the one hand I'm saying your characters need to be adding something to the plot, and on the other I'm saying they shouldn't be a plot device. But you want to have full characters that are important to your story, but are full outside of your story as well. I hope that makes sense because it's a really delicate balance that you really want to make sure you're getting right to tell a good story. One way that you can add more dimension to your story is by introducing foil characters. Go ahead and watch this video next to find out what exactly foil characters are and what they add to a story. I'll see you next time. Bye.